Within the first 13 seconds of round number 1, Conor McGregor knocked out the reigning featherweight champion, Jose Aldo, with one left punch.
Smiling. Oh no! Just slapped him!
And just like that, the star was born. Conor McGregor became the king of the featherweight division, the king of the UFC, and the face of combat sports. With a gold belt wrapped around his waist, Conor ushered in a new era of MMA royalty. He hung out with famous rappers and celebrities, landed lucrative brand deals with Call of Duty and Burger King that made him millions of dollars, and became the first real UFC fighter to break into the mainstream stratosphere and gain recognition as a pop culture icon, a sports star just as recognizable as LeBron James and Tom Brady. After his loss to Nate Diaz at UFC 196, he came back and avenged his loss at UFC 202. Then he moved up to lightweight and eviscerated then lightweight champion Eddie Alvarez to become the first champion in UFC history to carry two belts simultaneously.
Let me raise this motherfucker now. This is what I want to do. This is what I dreamed into reality. Oh, that looks good. That looks good. God bless.
Conor dominated the fight game on the back of his ferocious left hand, his high-level mental warfare, and his passionate Irish fans who travel around the world to support him. McGregor was on the highest peak of the highest mountain on the biggest fight promotion in the world. He was truly the king of the UFC. And then last Saturday, this happened. This is episode 1 of CultuRated TV, the hidden mental warfare of Khabib Nurmagomedov against Conor McGregor. Chapter 1, The Mind of McGregor. If you want to understand how Khabib Nurmagomedov got inside Conor McGregor's head, you have to understand the way Conor thinks. To really get into the mind of Conor, let's look at his childhood. As a child, Conor McGregor, like many young boys from Dublin, Ireland, felt the only pathways in life were soccer and fighting. Conor chose soccer. He was a talented soccer player, but he never made it to the pros. Physically, Conor was much smaller than his peers and was bullied mercilessly from other boys. Just listen to his voice and pay attention to his shortness of breath as he recalls the trauma of being bullied and the lengths he had to go to defend himself.
I knew growing up and all, when I was really young, it was always something I thought about, you know what I mean? I had some situations where people would say something or something would happen, you know what I mean? And I was, you know what I mean? I felt like I needed to be able to defend myself, you know what I mean? You know, and I remember walking back from school, walked by a load of blokes, some load of youngsters, and I was just on my own, little kid, my school bag on. And he started saying something or whatever, and I just turned away, and then he came running at me, and I just ran off. There was about 6 of them. So instead of going and bringing my school bags, I emptied out all my school bags, and I had like a dumbbell, you know, a weight off a dumbbell. And I took that out, took the weights off the dumbbell, and I just stuck the dumbbell in my bag, and I always used to walk home with the bag a little bit open, ready to go in case anything happened. I was just walking to school with no school bag, no school books, and no nothing, and then walking home with nothing. Just walking in with that little barbell.
Conor knew the weapon in his backpack was just a band-aid, and he probably felt humiliated carrying all that extra weight. He knew he had to learn how to defend himself the right way, and at 12 years of age, after his parents moved him away from his childhood friends, a young, frustrated Conor McGregor joined the Crumlin Boxing Club, and the rest is history. So how exactly did Conor go from an innocent kid who got bullied all the time to this loudmouth Irish Don? Well, you can thank Muhammad Ali.
Hey, obviously, Muhammad Ali was probably my first combat sports star that I looked up to. You know, I'd never seen anything like that, and I was fascinated by him growing up.
Second only to Bruce Lee, Ali has always been a huge influence on Conor, especially when it comes to mental warfare.
You really make him fight harder. It don't psych him out, it don't put fear in him. And that's the thing, it makes him fight too hard. It makes him anxious. They gotta get you. Like I told George, I said, okay, sucker, I'm backing up in the ropes and I want you to take your best shots. And I just stood there, come on, show me something. Show me something, kid, you're not doing nothing. You're just a girl, look at you, you ain't got nothing. Come on, sucker, show me something. Show me something.
But what is mental warfare in combat sports? Well, it's simple. It's a way to distract your opponent from the task at hand so you can accomplish your goals first. Relative to boxing, the goal of mental warfare is to preoccupy your opponent with outside thoughts and emotions while you're focused on the fight. If you can trigger them, they'll act out of fear and you can capitalize on their lack of preparation. We all know that McGregor doesn't have the best gas tank out there. He said it himself, and we've seen it tested by Floyd, Nate, and Khabib. Conor isn't just good at mental warfare, he depends on it. He needs you to be emotional because if he can't psych you out and spark your chin in rounds 1 and 2, he can't finish the fight.
Conor McGregor is much less of a threat once he gets tired, and that's true for everybody, but it is especially true for him.
Contrary to the mythology of Mystic Mac, Conor isn't a one-punch knockout artist. He accumulates damage and times you for a perfectly placed shot to close the deal. Knocking out Aldo with one shot wasn't the rule, it was the exception. Out of his 25 professional MMA fights, Conor McGregor has only landed the elusive one-punch KO 3 times. For comparison's sake, when Jeremy Stevens...
Who the fuck is that guy?
Yes, that one. Finished his 25th bout, he had 4 one-punch knockouts. Now, this isn't a knock on McGregor's skills. He's easily one of the best strikers in the UFC. But it does make me wonder how much of the narrative surrounding Conor's left, or any of his skills for that matter, how much of it is truly unique to him versus how much of it is just damn good marketing. Hell, how much of Conor's life is the result of careful marketing? We've made him out to be this unicorn of a fighter, but is he really? To understand the marketing motivations behind Conor McGregor, look no further than his own nickname, Notorious. A reference to the legendary Brooklyn rap god, the Notorious B.I.G., Conor McGregor's decision to pick Notorious as a nickname speaks volumes. It's not just a statement about his skills in the octagon, it's a brand. It's important to understand that there's a difference between Conor Anthony McGregor and the Notorious Conor McGregor. Conor created the Notorious character in order to sell more fights. Floyd Mayweather did the exact same thing when he switched his persona from Pretty Boy Floyd Mayweather, the boxer who grew up in a broken family in Grand Rapids, Michigan, to Floyd Money Mayweather, the undefeated 9-figure fighter who travels the world in Gucci suits. This is a brilliant marketing strategy because it allows athletes like Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor to dictate how much value you get to associate with their brand. They are in control, and at the end of the day, both Conor and Floyd get punched in the face for a living. That's it. These are not glamorous jobs. There's nothing Gucci about a right hook to the chin. And that's what makes a brand identity so powerful. It's the epitome of fake it till you make it. And Conor McGregor's constant investment in the Notorious brand has paid off. He's now one of the richest athletes in the world. Like the Notorious B.I.G. said, more money, more problems. And in the case of Conor McGregor, he has reached the point of no return. He's talked too much shit to back out of his Notorious persona. He can't take off this mask. He can't be the normal Conor McGregor because that's not what the fans expect. He can't break character. But that doesn't mean it's unbreakable. On his journey to grow the Notorious brand, Conor flew too close to the sun and found himself under the watchful eye of a Dagestani eagle in Khabib Nurmagomedov, who not only could see through McGregor's fake personality, he knew exactly how to smash it.